Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents a very special presentation of Inside Pitch. The 2016 All-Star Game is on the air. We are live from Petco Park, home of the San Diego Padres. And they hosted the 2016 All-Star Game on July 12th. 2016. And so tonight, that is what we have. So we will have the All-Star Game here tonight. The National League is the visiting team. The American League is the home team. I would like to let you know that, as you can probably tell in my voice, I am a little bit under the weather. I have been sick the entire day with a head cold, and I did go to work today, and I probably will not be doing the best announcing job like I usually do, but I'll still try to keep the game as interesting as possible. So I do apologize for the way my voice feels. It's a head cold. I had it actually since last night and tried to kick it in the morning, and I was unable to do so, but I feel well enough that I can still get this All-Star Game in there. So it is good to see everybody. It is good to see everybody join me for tonight's game. Let's see. Jeremy Brooks, Vita Productions, Jim Doyle, Texag 75, Big Clue, and I'm pretty sure that's Brian B. Even though he has Tom gets more time off than a politician. I'm pretty sure that's Brian B. right there. As I check the avatar. And Jeremy Brooks and Legend Sports Universe and Clee Baseball Fan join us here at Petco Park. So we will still play the All-Star Game tonight. And of course, we're still in the All-Star break, which means I won't be playing tomorrow, which gives me another day to maybe recover. So hopefully we have a good matchup tonight, and I will do my best as a little bit under the weather as I am. Tracy Meehan joins us here at Petco Park. Now, this is the All-Star Game. This is an exhibition game. Therefore, there is a little bit change in rules. First of all, number one, fatigue rules are not used. No pitcher will have to suffer fatigue. They can stay in there as long as they want or as come out. There will be no fatigue rules in the pitcher. Number two, players that leave the game can come back if necessary. I will try to get everybody into the game as much as I can. Okay. One rule is the starting pitchers do go one time through the entire lineup. The starting batters, I usually like to use them twice and then start bringing in reserves. Okay. Number three, ghost runner rules will be in effect starting the 10th inning if it goes into extra innings. So as I said, this is an exhibition game, so we can do a little lax with some of the rules here that I usually do for the All-Star Game. So no fatigue, ghost runner rules in effect, and and players can come back into the game. All right, if necessary. I try to get everybody in there as well. Doug Hunt, Dwayne Martz joins us here at Petco Park. The American League historically won this game 4-2. Both the National League had 10 hits and an error. The American League had 8 hits and an error. So we should be able to still get that in there. And there's Brian B. Yeah, I kind of knew that was you. I kind of I recognize the I recognize the logo, of course, of the puppy. So I know that was kind of you there, Brian B. So let's get started here. We're going to, as I said, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm not going to be my normal self, but we still want to get the game in to play the All-Star Game tonight and here at Petco Park. So let's get things started here. Starting pitcher for the American League from the Chicago White Sox, Chris Sale. And 17 wins, 10 losses, a 3.34 ERA. He had 233 strikeouts and 43 walks in 2016. Petco Park adds 1 to strikeouts and 1 to walks. A low batting average, 224 batting average, 101 home runs. Petco Park, definitely a pitcher's park in 2016. And no, the Winners League does not host the World Series. That is an abomination of a rule. The team at the end of the league, at the end of the year, that has the best record hosts the World Series, not the All-Star game. The All-Star game is completely exhibition, but we're going to have some fun, hopefully. So let's go to the top of the first for this All-Star game for the National League. And even though we are at Petco Park, which is the home of the Padres, which is a National League team, the American League was deemed the home team for this game. So they will go ahead and be the home team. So let's go to the top of the first. Leading off will be second baseman from the Chicago Cubs, Ben Zobrist. 272 average, 18 homers, 76 RBIs. Since the Padres are the host team, we will use yellow, white, and blue dice for the game. So let's see how this game goes. I usually have pretty interesting all-star games. Let's find out. Let's play some baseball, shall we? Sale, 6'2", strikeout plus 18, and he will get him. Zobrist becomes an 18, plus 1 is a 19, and he will go ahead and get Zobrist. On a K. You'll also notice that I'm not using the, you'll notice, of course, that I do not have the yellow pawns, as there's not going to be any fatigue, and I'm not using this because outfielders are going to change all the time, so I'll have to do my calculations on the fly. So a strikeout by Sale. Next batter from the Washington Nationals, right fielder Bryce Harper. 243 average, 24 homers, 86 RBIs in 16. Sale, 5-2 against the lefty. Home run result against the lefty. Harper needs a 20. It doesn't matter. Kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Bryce Harper. So it will be the National League getting on the board first with a solo bomb by Harper, and it's 1-0. As Harper goes ahead and hits a homer, and that is a 1-0 lead for the National League. Next batter from the Chicago Cubs, third baseman Chris Bryant, 292 average, 39 homers, 102 RBIs. Sale will go ahead and pitch. 2-3, pitcher result, that 15 is high. Bryant, 2-6, and that's a base hit. He'll hit it past third, and that will be a single for Bryant as he'll get there. And next batter will be the National League designated hitter from the San Diego Padres, Will Myers. He is the only Padre on the National League, and he will get a very nice ovation here from the fans at Petco Park. So Myers is the DH is actually be in the DH spot to start the game. 259 average, 28 homers, 94 RBIs in 16. Bryant on in first, still using strategy roll. And that is an 8, and he will stay put. Infield at double play. Sale, 3-3 against the righty, walk plus, and that'll be ball 4. So Sale gets a quick strikeout. Now he gives up a home run, a single, and a walk. And now runners at first and second. Joe Turney joins us here at Petco Park. Next batter up will be from the San Francisco Giants, the catcher, Buster Posey, 288 average, 14 homers, 80 RBIs. Future Hall of Famer? Yes. Runners at first and second, strategy roll. That is a 4 and nothing happening as David Vega joins us here at Petco Park. Sale with the pitch. 3-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Posey, 4-2. That's a fly out to left. And getting over there will be Jackie Bradley, and he will get to it and make the catch for out number 2. Bryant, a base runner of 4. Bradley a minus 2 arm, and he's not going to go anywhere. Bryant will stay at second base, so he will not attempt to try to go to third. Woodman 564 joins us here at Petco Park. Next batter from the Chicago Cubs, first baseman Anthony Rizzo, 292 average, 32 homers, 109 RBIs, and 16. Still using strategy. That is a 9 and nothing happening. Sale with the pitch. Sale, 4-6, strikeout plus. That 20 is going to miss. Rizzo, 4-6, and it's a double into left field for Rizzo. Bryant will automatically come in to score. Let's see, a double to left field, double to left -1, and the left fielder is Bradley. He has a -2 arm, and Myers is a 4, but with 2 outs makes him a 5. So a 1-2, Myers will score, and it's a 6. So Myers is coming around third, and here comes Bradley. He has a -2 arm, a 1-5. There's going to be a play. And there is a play, a 2-5. Myers is out. And he is. So Jackie Bradley goes ahead and guns him down from left field. And he will nail him. And Myers is out at the plate. A run does score. That does go as an RBI double. But that will also end the inning. So a double for Rizzo. But that will do it. 2 runs on 3 hits. A home run by Bryce Harper as they send Will Myers around, but he will be thrown out at the plate by Jackie Bradley, and we will go to the bottom of the first inning. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the National League from the San Francisco Giants, Johnny Cueto, 18 wins, 5 losses, a 2.79 ERA, 198 strikeouts, and 44 walks in 16. We now go to the bottom of the first, and leading off for the American League from the Houston Astros, second baseman Jose Altuve, 338 average, 24 homers, 96 RBIs in 16. Cueto will go ahead and pitch. Cueto, 3-5. Against a righty, that's a home run result. Against a righty, Altuve needs an 11. That's a 4, and that's a goner. Kaboom! High, deep, and gone. Home run, Jose Altuve. So Jose Altuve will get a solo bomb to lead it off for the AL, and it's 2-1. Nice play there by Altuve. Nice home run hit. Next batter will be from the Los Angeles Angels, center fielder Mike Trout. Hall of Famer? Yes. First ballot? Yes. 315 average, 29 homers, 100 RBIs. He could have retired years ago and he's still going his first ballot. Cueto, 5-5, error on a throw. Trout, 3-6. That ball is hit the right field. That is an 18 against the righty, though it's going to be too high. And that's going to be a fly out to right as Harper will make the catch. Next up will be from the Baltimore Orioles, third baseman Manny Machado, 294 average, 37 homers, 96 RBIs. He's Hall of the Very Good at the moment. He still has a shot at Hall of Fame, in my opinion. But he has work to do. Cueto, 4-4, hit by pitch, 1, and yep, he hit him. Plunk, ouch. He goes ahead and hits Machado on a 3 hit by pitch. -1 is a 2, and he hits him. And I know he didn't mean to do that. And that'll be the first hit batter of the game. Hit batter rules, I'm going to relax. So, and there can be as many hit batters. I'm not throwing players out. And no, there's not going to be any brawl exhibition. Next up for the American League will be their designated hitter from the Boston Red Sox, Big Papi, David Ortiz. Hall of Famer? Absolutely. 315 average, 38 homers, 127 RBIs. Strategy roll, Machado will stay put. Cueto with the pitch. Cueto, 3-2, strikeout. The 20 is high. Ortiz, 3-4, and that is a ground ball to second base. 3, and of course there's a double play depth. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot Russell is a -1. So a 1-3, it's a double play. They won't get it. Machado will actually get to second base, and that will be 2 outs as Ortiz just grounds it, but he does move the runner over. Yeah, no rare plays of 65. No. This is exhibition, guys. Next batter will be from the Boston Red Sox, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. He's Hall of Very Good right now, and he is close to Hall of Fame. 294 average, 21 homers, 89 RBIs, and 16. And, of course, that's my opinion. Let's see, Machado on at second. Nothing with the 9. He'll stay put. Cueto with the pitch. Cueto, 2-4, strikeout. He'll get Bogaerts, and that will end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Jose Altuve, and there was a hit batter. It is 2-1 National League after 1. We go to the top of the second. Thank you very much there, Texags. That was a lot of fun, actually. I really wasn't expecting to do that, but it was fun to do it. Top of the second, leading off for the NL, will be from the Miami Marlins, center fielder Marcell Ozuna. 266 average, 23 homers, 76 RBIs, and 16. Sale with the pitch. 2-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Ozuna, 5-6. It's a ground ball hit to third base. And Machado will get that and toss it over. 1 down. Next up will be from the Colorado Rockies, left fielder Carlos Gonzalez. He's not rated for left field, but this is the All-Star game, so I'm just going to use his stats for right. 298 average, 25 homers, 100 RBIs, because he never played left field in the regular season, but in the All-Star game, I'll make exceptions. Sale will go ahead and pitch. Sale, 2-3. That's a pitcher result. That 14 is high. Gonzalez, 1-4. That's a ground ball right back to Sale, and he'll take care of that and toss it over to first for out number 2. Yes, I put Cargo in the Hall of Very Good. Yes, I do. And now the batter will be the shortstop from the Chicago Cubs, Addison Russell. 238 average, 21 homers, 95 RBIs. I believe there are 4 Cubs starters on the lineup for the National League. Sale with the pitch. 6-2, strikeout plus, and they'll get Russell there, and that will retire the side. So a nice job by Sale. And 1-2-3 goes the National League. Bottom of the second here. Leading off for the American League, first baseman from the Kansas City Royals, Eric Hosmer. 266 average, 25 homers, 104 RBIs. Cueto with the pitch. Cueto, 2-6, strikeout 8, and he'll get Hosmer. Struck him out. So he gets Hosmer out there. 1 away. And now the right fielder from the Boston Red Sox, Mookie Betts. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes, he is. 318 average, 31 homers, 113 RBIs. He will go right behind Trout. Absolutely, I put Mookie Betts in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think any of you guys have a problem with that. Cueto with the pitch. Cueto, 4-3, error on a grounder. Betts, 6-3. That's going to be a flyout. It'll be a flyout to left field. And Gonzalez will get there. 2 down. 2 away. And that'll bring up the catcher from the Kansas City Royals, Salvador America Perez. 247 average, 22 homers, 64 RBIs. So Perez will come in there and he will bat now with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Cueto, 4-3, error on a grounder. Perez, 6-5. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball back to Cueto. His error rating is a 5. That's a 4, and he's going to pick it up and drop it, and Perez is going to be safe. So that's going to be an E1 on Johnny Cueto. That's an error on the National League. They did have an error in the game historically. So Perez will find himself on first. And now 2 men down. And the batter now will be the left fielder from the Boston Red Sox, Jackie Bradley, 267 average, 26 homers, 87 RBIs. Again, Bradley here is only rated for center field. He did not play left field in 16, so I will use his center field stats for the All-Star game, which, like I said, it's exhibition. Who cares? Runner at first base, Perez is there, 2 men down, and nothing happening on the 15. He will stay put. Who would you pick between Mookie Betts and Mike Trout for your team? That is a very tough question. But both are awesome. But Mookie Betts, I will say, has actually stayed healthy a little more than Mike Trout has. However, that being said, Trout has to think about, a couple more years on Mookie? Cueto with the pitch. Cueto, 3-1, range play. Bradley, 2-5. It's a pop fly ball to third base. And going after it is Bryant. His range is a 4. He'll make the catch in foul territory, actually. And that'll retire the side. A nice job by Bryant. And he will make the play. No runs, no hits. There was an error. But it will remain 2-1 here after 2. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Petco Park. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Ben Zobrist leads off for the National League, and now we'll start replacing and now Chris Sale did go through the whole lineup, so now we're going to start replacing pitchers. And I actually already have a schedule for pitchers to come in. Coming into pitch now for the American League will be from the Cleveland Indians, Corey Kluber, 18 wins, 9 losses, a 3.14 ERA. He will pitch this inning. Kluber will go ahead and pitch. Kluber, 6'4", strikeout plus. He'll get Zobrist. Struck him out. Zobrist strikes out for the 2nd time in the ball game. Next up is Harper. Harper already has a home run in the ball game. Kluber with the pitch. 3-1. That's a possible error. Harper. 1-2. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 3. And against the righty, that's going to be a single to left field. And the left fielder is Gonzalez. His error rating is a 2. He won't make an error, and that's just going to be a base hit. So Harper will get his 2nd hit of the game. And right now, he is 2 for 2. So infield a double play depth. Again, I do apologize for how my voice sounds today. Next up will be Bryant. Bryant got a base hit his first time up. Harper on it first. Strategy. Nothing on the 17. Harper will stay put. Kluber with the pitch. Kluber, 2-2, strikeout 7. He got him. He gets Bryant. And that is the 2nd out of the 3rd. And once again, another nice ovation from the fans here at Petco Park for Will Myers. He walked his first time up. He's the only Padre in the National League lineup. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 12. Harper stays put. Kluber with the pitch. 4-4. That's at the park. Petco Park. 3-6. And that is a single plus to left field. Harper will automatically make 3rd. Myers turning around first. He has to try for 2nd. Base runner 4. Hit base runner 4. Left fielder for the American League is Bradley. He has a -2 arm. So a 1-2. Myers will be safe. And it's a 6. It is a 6, and now here comes the throw from Bradley. Bradley already got somebody at the plate. Does he get Myers out at 2nd? A 1-5, he is out. And he is. Side retired. So Harper goes to third. Myers gets a base hit, but is cut down at second base by Jackie Bradley, who goes ahead and gets Myers, and that'll end the inning. So a single plus. Myers tried to get an extra base, but he will not get it. And we will go to the bottom of the third here. So that was no runs on 2 hits. Bottom of the third coming up. Leading off for the American League will be Jose Altuve. He got a home run his first time up. New pitcher coming in for the National League now, as they will bring in a new pitcher. And let's see. Coming on to pitch for the National League will be from the Washington Nationals, Max Scherzer. 20 wins, 7 losses, a 2.96 ERA. Scherzer will now take over. I'm trying to keep some stats here, but not many. An exhibition game. So Scherzer will pitch to Altuve here in the bottom of the third. John Haverly joins us here at Petco Park, and Beatles Eternally joins us here at Petco Park. I had a nice little chat with Eleanor Rigby last night. Beatles Eternally, that counts. Scherzer with the pitch. 6-5 home run result against the righty. Altuve needs an 11. He's going to miss it on the 19. Altuve almost hits his second bomb. 1-2. Instead, he grounds it to third. That'll be out number 1. Altuve hits a ground ball, hit the third base, and that retires, and that will be out number 1. Actually, wait a minute. That was a 4. 1-2. And actually, you know what? I'm sorry. That is not a ground out. That is a strikeout due to Max Scherzer's special K. Next batter is Trout. He's 0 for 1. 1 out here, bottom of the third. National League already leads 2-1 on some home runs hit here in this game. Scherzer, 5-3 against the righty. That's going to be an out, and it will be a fly out to left. And getting to that will be Gonzalez, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Next up is Machado. Machado got hit by a pitch his first time up. Scherzer with the pitch. Scherzer, 4-1. Home run result. But that 18 is going to be too high. Machado, 6-2. And he does get a base hit. He'll slap it past short. Machado does not get the homer, but he does get a hit, and he will be safe at first. And now here's Big Papi. Papi is 0 for 1. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Machado will stay put. Scherzer, he will pitch. 5-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Ortiz, 5-2. And that will be a fly out to left field. And getting to that will be Gonzalez. This time he will make that play. And that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the American League. And it is 2-1 National League after 3. And Big Clue joins us here at Petco Park. Leading off for the National League will be Buster Posey, new pitcher coming in for the American League. And coming on to pitch for the American League will be from the Chicago White Sox, Jose Quintana. 13 wins, 12 losses, a 3.20 ERA. Quintana will now come on to pitch. And he will pitch against Buster Posey. I don't care about left-righty splits or anything like that. I really don't care. We're just trying to play a good all-star game here. Quintana, 5-5, range play. Posey, 4-6. That's a fly ball to center field, and it's hit to Trout. Trout's range is a 4. He'll get that. 1 out. Nice play by Trout on a fly out to center. Next up is Rizzo. Rizzo got a double his first time up. Quintana, 1-2 against the lefty, walk, and that will be ball 4. That 8 is good enough, and Rizzo will trot to first. So a walk given up by Quintana. And the batter now is Ozuna, and he's 0 for 1. Infield is that double play. Strategy rolls we still use. And that is a 16, nothing happening. Quintana will pitch to Ozuna. Quintana, 5-1, strikeout 1, gets him easily. Struck him out, 2 down. Quintana did have 181 strikeouts that year, so he was not terrible. Here's Cargo. Cargo is 0 for 1. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 7. Yeah, I know he gases that left-right splits comment. I had a feeling someone would mention that, but I really don't care about left-right in this kind of game. Quintana will pitch. Quintana, 2-4, hit by pitch. The 9 is high. Cargo, 4-2. It's a fly ball to the left field. And once again, Bradley's going to get there, and he will get to it, and he'll make the play and retire the side. Jackie Bradley has thrown out 2 base runners, one at the plate and one at second, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th. Nothing across except the walk. Xander Bogaerts leads off for the American League. That'll be it for Scherzer, as the National League will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch next for the National League will be Bartolo Colon. Yes, he was an all-star in 2016. 15 wins, 8 losses, a 3.43 ERA. But that is not what he is remembered for. He is remembered for one of the greatest home runs in baseball history. Colon will pitch to Xander Bogaerts, and no, Colon is not batting. Colon will pitch to Bogaerts here to start the bottom of the 4th. Colon, 1-4, error on a grounder. Bogaerts, 4-1. That's a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Zobrist. His error rating is a 4. That's an 18. He'll make the play and throw it over for out number 1. Next up is Hosmer. Hosmer struck out his first time up. Colon with the pitch. Big Sexy, 3-1. That's a pitcher result. That 15 is too high. Hosmer, 3-3. It's a ground out to second base. And Zobrist will get that one as well. And he'll toss it over, 2 outs. It's a shame that Bartolo Colon, who was in Major League Baseball for so long, from 1993 all the way to 2019, I can't put him in the Hall of Fame because of a 4.12 ERA. But you might want to put him in the Hall of the Eternals or something like that for such a long career. I'd have no problem putting him in the Hall of the Eternals or Reliquaries or whatever you're going to call it. I know Jim Abbott is in the Hall of the Eternals for that, because remember, Jim Abbott only had one hand. So I don't think there'd be an issue with Colon going in there. But Hall of Fame, I can't put him in. It's just the same. Here's Betts. Betts is 0 for 1. Colon will go ahead and pitch. Colon, 6-4. Strikeout 1. He got Betts. Nice job by Bartolo Colon. 1-2-3. Goes the American League. It remains 2-1 here after 4. We go to the top of the 5th. Addison Russell will lead off for the Cubs. New pitcher coming in for the American League. And let's see who that's going to be. And coming on to pitch for the American League from the Texas Rangers, Cole Hamels. 15 wins, 5 losses, a 3.32 ERA. Hamels will pitch this inning. Cole Hamels, of course, remember, we are not using fatigue at all. Fatigue means nothing in this ball game. Hamels will pitch to Russell here to start the top of the 5th. Hamels, 4-4 against the righty. Strikeout plus. He'll get Russell. Struck him out. 1 out, and now we'll start replacing some of the position players. As I'm going to go, let's see, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So Ben Zobrist is going to come out of the game. I'm going to bring in a new second baseman. And coming on to pinch hit And take over at second base will be from the Washington Nationals, Daniel Murphy, 347 average, 25 homers, 104 RBIs. Hamels will pitch. Hamels 2-1, hit by pitch. And yes, he hit him. Plunk, ouch. Murphy is a 10, plus 1 makes him an 11. That is an 11, he hits Murphy. So he will be, that's the second hit batter of the game, but I'm not using hit batter ejections. So now infield a double play depth. And Bryce Harper will get another crack at it. He's 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 12. Murphy will stay put. Hamels with the pitch. Hamels 5-4. Range play. Harper 3-1. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit the Bogarts. His range is a 2, but a double play depth, it's a 1. And he won't get it. It'll be a base hit. Murphy will hold at second base. He does not have the speed to get to third on a ground ball, on a single pass short, but it's runners at first and second. So Bryce Harper has his third hit of the game. Third baseman Chris Bryant is going to leave. And coming on to pinch hit and take over at third base from the Colorado Rockies, Nolan Arenado, 294 average, 41 homers, 133 RBIs. Scott Rowland, Hall of Famer? I really don't think so. Nolan Arenado, Hall of Famer? Yes. Nolan Arenado, I take him at third before I take Scott Rowland. Runners at first and second. Strategy. And that is a 1. Murphy actually gets the steal sign. He actually gets the steal sign to try to steal third. Harper gets the steal sign to go steal second if Harper goes. Let's see. 13 plus 3 is 16. The catcher is Perez. He has a -2 arm, so it'd be a 1-14 to try to get him out at third. A 1-14 to third, and Harper's a 14 plus 3 is 17. It would be a 1-14 to third or a 1-15 to second. Why not? Murphy's going to try for third. Harper's going to try for second. Let's see. The throw is going to go to third. Murphy it could be an error. It could be an error. The throw goes from Perez. His error rating is a 5. And that is an error. He throws it away, and Murphy will score. A double steal. Murphy comes in to score all the way from second on an error by Perez. Harper will go to third, and it's 3-1 National League. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that is an E2 and a stolen base. And that is the first error on the American League. And they also had an error in the game. So it's now 3-1 in favor of the NL. And now the infield will come in. So a run scores on an error, on a stolen base and an error. So let's see here. Re-roll the strat. And nothing on the 10. Hamels will pitch to Arenado. Hamels, 4-3. Strikeout 3. He'll get Arenado. Struck him out. And that is the second out. Getting another chance to play will be Will Myers, and he is 1 for 1, a single and a walk, but got caught trying to stretch it into a double at second base. 2 outs. Nothing on the 9. Hamels will pitch. Hamels, 6-1. That's at the park. Petco, 3-1. That's grounded at the plate. That'll get picked up by Perez. He has it. He'll throw to first, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, a stolen base, and a hit by pitch. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th with the National League up 3-1. Bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for the American League will be Salvador Perez. Salvador America Perez. New pitcher coming in for the National League. And coming on to pitch for them will be from the Chicago Cubs, John Lester. 19 wins, 5 losses, a 2.44 ERA. To me, John Lester is definitely Hall the Very Good. And that's really about it. I don't think I could put him in the Hall of Fame. I don't think I could. Lester will go ahead and pitch. Lester, 6-3, strikeout 4. He got Perez. Struck him out. 1 down, and now the batter is Bradley. Bradley is 0 for 1. Lester goes ahead and pitches. Lester, 5-4, error on a throw. Bradley, 1-2, ground ball, second base, and that ball is hit to Murphy. His error rating is a 5. That's a 1, and he's going to make an error at second base. It's going to be an error on a throw. First baseman is Myers. His range is a 5. He'll prevent the ball from getting past him, but Bradley be safe on an error. So that is an E4, and that is the second error on the National League in this game. So now a runner on base. And now for the American League, I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, as we'll start taking out their players. So let's see what we got here. So Jose Altuve is going to bat for the 3rd time. He is 1 for 2 with a home run. Infield double play. National League leads 3-1 here at Petco Park. Strategy rolls are still on. That is a 15 and nothing happening. Lester will pitch. Lester, 5-4, error on a throw. Altuve, 5-2, and that's going to be an infield single to second base. Second base again is Murphy. His error rating is a 5. That's a 4, and he's going to try to get Altuve out, and he's going to throw that ball away, and the runners are going to go ahead and get 2 bases. So that is a base hit for Altuve and another E4. And so now runners at second and third. That is the 3rd error on the National League in this game. And Daniel Murphy's made 2 of them. So now runners at second and third. And now we'll start seeing pinch hitters for the American League. Mike Trout is going out. And coming in to play center field and bat for him will be Michael from the Toronto Blue Jays, Michael Saunders. 253 average, 24 homers, 57 RBIs. Saunders will come in and bat with runners at second and third and take over at center. So runners at second and third. Infield's going to play in with 1 out. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Lester in trouble, but Lester already looking at Daniel Murphy and saying, you know what? I'm glad you're on the Nationals and not on my Cubs. Lester, 5-4, error on a throw. Saunders, 1-4. It's a ground ball to third. It's a ground ball to third, and that ball is hit to Arenado. His error rating is a 6, and believe it or not, that's a 3, and we have another throwing error. Question is, where did the ball go to? So runners at second and third, we have a throwing error here. All right, and it will be an error on Arenado, an error on a throw. So with 1 out, Bradley on at third. His base running rating would be a 1 with the infield in. But since it is an exhibition game, I'm going to roll a dice to decide. A 1, Bradley tried to score. He does not. So the throw in this time, so it didn't send Bradley, but it's going to be an automatic throwing error. So the throw goes to first. The first baseman is Rizzo. His range is a 5. That is a 4. He will prevent the ball from getting past him, but the runners will still come in, will still move up. So Bradley will score. Altuve goes to third. It's 3-2. So 3-2 now on an error on another error on a throw. But this time by Nolan Arenado, that's an E5, which does allow Bradley to score. And Trout And now Trout and Saunders now at first base. So that is the third error on the National League in this inning. It's, as I said, the All-Star game, you really don't know what you're going to get. Next batter is Machado. And Machado is 1 for 1, got hit by a pitch and single. Infield still going to play in, but now it's 3-2. Timeout for 1 second. You know what? I have to redo that. I actually have to redo that because I'm supposed to check the base running rating on an error on a, well, it didn't get past him. So, you know what? I'll just keep it as it is. So runners at first and third, Altuve on at third, Saunders on at first, Lester having a rough inning due to the National League not playing any defense. Strategy roll. That is an 11, nothing happening. Lester with the pitch. Lester, 2-5, strikeout 9. Nope, that's going to just miss. Machado, 5-4. It's a fly ball to center field, and that's going to be caught by Ozuna for out number 2. Machado has a sacrifice fly rating of 1. He won't bring in Altuve that way. Altuve at base runner 4. Ozuna has a 0 arm, a 1-4. Altuve will still score, and he does. And that is a sacrifice fly, and we're tied at 3. Stadium cheers. Yay! And we'll see a pinch hitter for Big Papi, David Ortiz, and he's the DH. So a new batter coming in. So coming on to pinch hit for the American League from the Detroit Tigers, Miguel Cabrera. Miggy, Hall of Famer? Yes. First ballot? Yes. One of the greatest of all time? Yes. 316 average, 38 homers, 108 RBIs. Cabrera will go ahead and he will bat against Lester. And there are 2 outs. Lester will stay on the mound. Strategy roll. Nothing for Saunders. He stays put. Lester, 6-2 against the righty. Walk plus, and he walks Cabrera. So now runners at first and second on a walk. And now the batter is Bogarts. And that's going to be it for John Lester as he's going to come out. And this is really none of his fault. But they will bring in a new pitcher for the National League. Coming on to pitch right now for the National League will be also from the Chicago Cubs, Jake Arrieta. 18 wins, 8 losses, a 3.10 ERA. Arrieta will now come on to pitch. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th, tied at 3. National League committed 3 errors in this inning. They have 4 errors totally in the ball game. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Arrieta will go ahead and pitch. Arrieta, 5-4. Wild pitch, 10. Yep. And the runners will move up. So that's a wild pitch, moving up both runners. And still pitching to Bogarts, and timeout here for a drink. As I'm trying to keep myself fluid and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So now Bogarts will bat with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Re-rolling the strat. Nothing on the 15. Arrieta will go ahead and pitch. Arrieta, 6-3, strikeout 12. That'll miss. Bogarts, 4-3, and it's a pop out to shortstop. And getting over there will be Russell, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs on 1 hit, 3 errors, a wild pitch, and a walk. We're tied at 3 after 5. We go to the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher coming in for the American League. And coming on to pitch now for the American League from the Toronto Blue Jays, Aaron Sanchez. 15 wins, 2 losses, no saves, a 3.00 ERA. He will now take over as the next pitcher. Buster Posey, due to lead off for the National League, he will come out. And now taking over at catcher for the National League, and now batting here is the new catcher from the Milwaukee Brewers, Jonathan LaCroix, 292 average, 24 homers, 81 RBIs. Top of the 6th, tied at 3. Sanchez, 5-3 against the righty. It's a blank. LaCroix, 4-1, and that is a ground out to third. And that'll be taken care of by Machado for out number 1. Next up is Rizzo. Rizzo is 1 for 1, a double, and a walk. Sanchez with the pitch. 4-4, strikeout 5. He got him. He'll go ahead and strike out Rizzo for out number 2. Marcelo Zuna at center field is going to go out, and we'll have a new batter at center field for the National League, and coming on to pinch hit and play center field from the Philadelphia Phillies, Odubel Herrera, 286 average, 15 homers, 49 RBIs. So Sanchez will pitch to Herrera here. He'll take over at center. Sanchez, 3-3, range play. Herrera, 4-2, and that's a ground ball to the second. That's a ground ball to 4-2. Hold on. 4-2. That's a ground ball to short, and that is hit to Bogarts. His range is a 2. He won't get it. That'll be a base hit. So Herrera gets a single past Bogarts. He will hold there. And now Cargo will get another chance to bat. And he's 0 for 2. Strategy rolls are still active. And that is a 14. Herrera will stay put. Sanchez will go ahead and pitch. Sanchez, 3-3, range play. Cargo, 5-4. That's a double into left field, but that is a range play for Bradley. His range is a 2, and he won't get it. That will be a double to left. Will it score Herrera? Base runner, 3 plus 2 outs is a 4. Hit the left field, -1. Bradley, -2. So it's a 4 -3 total. Herrera will score on a 1. And at the 6, is Bradley going to throw out his third base runner? Bradley's arm is a -2 arm, a 1-5. We have a play. No, Herrera will not test Bradley, and he will stop at third base on a 6. Gonzalez holds at second base. That's a nice hit by Herrera, and that is a double by Cargo, but Herrera knows that Jackie Bradley has already thrown out 2 base runners, and he will hold at third base. The next batter is supposed to be Addison Russell, but we will bring up a pinch hit for him, and we'll have a new shortstop. And coming on to pinch hit for now taking over at shortstop will be from the St. Louis Cardinals, Aledmus Diaz, 300 average, 17 homers, 65 RBI. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Sanchez will pitch. Sanchez, 4-2, strikeout 9, that will miss. Diaz, 3-3, and it's a ground ball to second base. And Altuve will get to that, toss it over, and that'll end the inning. No runs on 2 hits. as the National League squander an opportunity to take the lead here. But we will go to the bottom of the sixth. New pitcher coming out for the National League. And coming on to pitch for the National League will be from the Atlanta Braves, Julio Teheran. 7 wins, 10 losses, a 3.21 ERA. Teheran is on the All-Star roster. I think he took over for some. Remember, a couple of players like Syndergaard and Strasburg, they did not play in this game because they played the day before, I think it was. Some were injured as well. So Teheran will will pitch the bottom of the sixth inning. And let's see here. Just get something rolling here. All right. Eric Hosmer due to lead off, but we will bring in a pinch hitter for him as we'll go to another first baseman. And coming on to, and really, I'm going to have to go with him. Yes, I will. Coming on to pinch hit for the American League and play first base will be from the Baltimore Orioles, Mark Trumbo, 256 average, 47 homers, 108 RBIs. Trumbo, lousy at the position, but if he's available, I will use him. In an all-star game, you really have no idea what I'm going to put on the board. Tied at 3, bottom of the sixth. Teheran, 4-3, strikeout plus. He'll get Trumbo, struck him out. And that is 1 down. Next up is Betts. Betts is 0 for 2. Teheran with the deal. Teheran, 2-5. Against the righty, it's a blank. Betts, 5-4. Base hit. He slaps it into left field, and that'll be a single for Betts. New catcher coming in for Salvador Perez as he will now leave the game. And taking over at catcher from the Baltimore Orioles, Matt Wieters, 243 average, 17 homers, 66 RBIs. Wieters will now take over at catcher. Infield at double play depth. Betts on it first. Strategy. Nothing on the 18. Betts is staying put. Teheran will pitch. Teheran, 3-5. That is a blank. He's not tired. Wieters, 3-6. And it's a pop fly ball to the second baseman. And Murphy will get to that. And yes, he will not make an error. That's out number 2. Two outs, and here comes Bradley. Bradley is 0 for 2, reached on an error, but he's thrown out 2 base runners tonight. Teheran will pitch to him here in the bottom of the 6th. Betts on it first. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Teheran, 5-2, hit by pitch. Yep, he hit him. Plunk, ouch. And of course, Teheran would be normally thrown out of the ball game because that is the 3rd hit batter of the game. And even though he's not going to be ejected, I am going to take him out anyway because really that shouldn't have happened. So Teheran's going to come out of the game. We'll see a new pitcher for the National League. So let's see what we're going to do here. And coming on to pitch for the National League now. I thought I made a mistake. I thought Will Myers was the only one. I forgot about Pomeranz. Pitching now for the National League from the San Diego Padres, Drew Pomeranz. 11 wins, 12 losses, a 3.32 ERA. He gets a great cheer here from the Petco Park crowd. So Pomeranz will come in to try to get this inning over. And let's see. And now we got to start replacing the odd number position players in the American League. So Jose Altuve will come out of the game, and coming on to take over at second base and bat first will be from the Seattle Mariners, Robinson Cano, 298 average, 39 homers, 103 RBIs. Robinson Cano, if you could have stayed off the crap, you would be going into the Hall of Fame. Betts on at second, Bradley on at first. Pomeranz will pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Pomeranz. A 6-4. Wild pitch, and yep, that's a wild pitch on a 1, and the runners will move up. So runners move up now. Re-rolling the strat. Runners now at second and third. Nothing happening. Pomeranz does a wild pitch. Now we'll pitch again to Cano. Pomeranz. 2-2. Strikeout 12. That will miss. Cano. 3-1. And that is a ground out to second base. Murphy will go ahead and get it and retire the side. No runs. 1 hit. A hit batter. A wild pitch. And that is it. We're still tied at 3 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. New pitcher coming in for the American League. And coming on to pitch for the AL from the Boston Red Sox, Stephen Wright, 13 wins, 6 losses, no saves, a 3.33 ERA. Wright will go ahead and pitch here the 7th inning. Daniel Murphy will bat again. He got hit by a pitch, stole a base, and actually scored on an error. So Murphy will bat again. Top of the 7th, tied at 3. Wright, 2-4. Against the lefty. Home run result against the righty. Murphy needs a 16. That's a 7. And Murphy just made up for the errors he committed. Kaboom! That ball is hit pretty high. That ball is hit pretty deep. And that ball is hit pretty gone. Home run, Daniel Murphy. Stadium cheers. Yay! They're rooting for both teams, so it really doesn't matter. Stadium should never groan in an all-star game. 4-3, Daniel Murphy puts the National League ahead. As Stephen Wright pitches him a meatball, and he turns that into lasagna. New right fielder coming in now for the National League, as Bryce Harper will now leave the game. And coming on to take over in right field from the Cincinnati Reds, Adam Duvall, 241 average, 33 homers, 103 RBIs. So Adam Duvall will take over in right field, but now it's a 4-3 National League lead. Right, 5-4, strikeout 9, and he got him. He'll get Duvall for out number 1. Next up is Arenado. He'll bat again. Arenado struck out his first time up. Right with the pitch. 3-6. Strikeout plus. He'll get Arenado on a 3 easily. Struck him out. 2 away. Are you guys still with me? I'm not seeing any movement in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys are still here. Will Myers is going to leave. He was the designated hitter. He will come out of the game. And coming on to take over at DH from the Arizona Diamondbacks, Paul Goldschmidt. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yeah, I think so. 297 average, 24 homers, 95 RBIs. I don't think he gets in on his first ballot, but I think he gets in. Wright will go ahead and pitch to Goldie. Wright, 5-2, hit by pitch, 16. Nope, that actually misses. Goldschmidt, 6-2. It's a fly ball to right field. And getting over there will be Betts. And he will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb. A solo bomb by Daniel Murphy. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. If you'll notice, you do not see the 10-minute ticker dice here because that means we are not doing a 10-minute ticker, of course, obviously, after this game. We will have no baseball game tomorrow night to complete the All-Star break. We will return on Saturday night, and we will be at Safeco Field as we now continue the third schedule block, as now we feature only teams that are in the postseason hunt. It will be the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. Doug Fister will go for the Astros, and James Paxton will go for the Mariners. That is July 15th, and that will start the second half of the season at Safeco Field. So it'll be the Astros and the Mariners. They're both chasing the Rangers, who have now taken over first place in the AL West. Houston and Seattle right behind them. So don't miss that action on Saturday night. The Stros and the M's at Safeco Field. Bottom of the seventh, new pitcher coming in for the National League. And coming on to pitch for the National League will be from the Miami Marlins, Jose Fernandez. May he rest in peace. 16 wins, 8 losses, a 2.86 ERA. And yes, this is the year that Fernandez does pass away. Bottom of the seventh, leading off for the American League will be Michael Saunders. He'll get another crack at it. He reached on an error his first time up. 4-3 National League, bottom of the seventh inning. Fernandez, 3-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Saunders, 1-3, line out right to second base. That'll be caught by Murphy for out number 1. One down, we're going to have a new third baseman coming in as Manny Machado will now exit the ball game. And coming on to take over at third base from the Toronto Blue Jays, Josh Donaldson, 284 average, 37 homers, 99 RBIs. Fernandez will pitch to Josh Donaldson. Fernandez, 4-5, wild pitch, ball 1. 5-6, range play at the park. Petco Park, 6-1, and that's a ground ball to second base. That is hit to Murphy. His range is a 1 at second, and he's not getting it. It'll be a base hit. So Donaldson will get to first on a single past second base, and the tying run is on. Next batter is Miggy. Miggy walked his first time up. Infield is at double play. Donaldson on it first. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 18. Fernandez will pitch. Fernandez, 6-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Cabrera, 3-5. It's a ground ball to second base. 4-4-5. Shortstop. Shortstop pivot. Aledmus Diaz is 0. A 1-5. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit. And Jose Fernandez pumps his fists at that as he gets it done and remains 4-3 after 7. Top of the 8th. New pitcher coming out for the American League. And now they've reached their relief pitchers. Coming on to pitch for the American League from the New York Yankees, Dellin Betances, 3 wins, 6 losses, 12 saves, a 3.08 ERA. Leading off for the National League will be Jonathan LaCroix. He'll get his second time up. He's 0 for 1. Betances will go ahead and pitch. Betances, 4-5, hit by pitch, 7. No, boy, these guys are just hitting batters all over the place. LaCroix, 6-4. That's a line drive right to first, and that will be caught by Trumbo, out number 1. One out. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman, will now be replaced. As we should have, I think I should have another one here, or do I? Yes, I do. Coming in to take over at first base from the Toronto Blue Jays, Edwin Encarnacion. Wait, did I say Blue Jays? It should be National League, right? My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. That's what happens when you're a little sick. I don't think he can be on that just yet. So let's fix that. It's first base for the National League. Okay, let's see what we have. Do I have one? Yes, I do. From the San Francisco Giants, Brandon Belt, 275 average, 17 homers, 82 RBIs. So Brandon Belt will now take over at first. So one out here, top of the eighth inning. Betances, 2-3, wild pitch, ball one. Betances, 5-6, strikeout plus, 17, he got Belt. They'll go ahead and get Belt, and that's out number 2. Next up is Herrera, and he'll bat again. Herrera got a base hit his first time up. So now 2 outs. Betances, 2-6. Against the lefty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher, and that'll be a single for Herrera. So Herrera will get there. He'll be safe at first. And now I think I need a new player for Cargo. Let's see here. Let me see. Catcher, Croy, Belt. Belt took over. So, or is it Herrera? Okay, here. Belt was out, so Herrera got the base hit. It's 2 outs, right? Yeah, 2 outs. So we have another batter here coming up. We'll have a replacement for Carlos Gonzalez in left field. And coming on to play for him will be the left fielder from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Starling Marte, 311 average, 9 homers, 46 RBIs. Marte will go ahead and now play in left field. 2 men out. Top of the 8th inning, 4-3 National League. And Betances, we now got, well, you know what? We're going to keep him in there. Or will he? This was what, his 3rd batter? You know what? Yeah. That'll be it for Betances. The American League is going to bring in another pitcher. As I try to get people in. Coming on now to pitch to Marte from the Kansas City Royals, Kelvin Herrera. 2 wins, 6 losses, 12 saves, a 2.75 ERA. Herrera on at first, 2 outs. Strategy roll still active. Nothing on the 14. Herrera will pitch. Herrera, 2-2, strikeout plus. He got Marte, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the National League, and it stays 4-3. Bottom of the 8th coming up. New pitcher for the National League coming up as Craig Scarborough makes it here at Petco Park. We are still in National League starters, and he's the last one to get out there. Coming on to pitch for the National League from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw had an awesome season in 2016, although he was hurt throughout part of the year. 12 wins, 4 losses, a 1.69 ERA for Kershaw. Is he going in the Hall of Fame? I'll just leave that statement there. Think we need a new shortstop. Xander Bogaerts coming out for the American League. And now taking over at short will be from the Cleveland Indians, Francisco Lindor, 301 average, 15 homers, 78 RBIs. Kershaw will go ahead and pitch to Lindor. Kershaw, 3-3, range play. Lindor, 6-4, pop fly ball to second base, and that is Murphy. He's lousy. His range is a 1, and it's going to drop for a hit. So Lindor will go ahead and get to first on a single, and he will hold there. The next batter is Trumbo. He will bat for his second time. And he is 0 for 1. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls are still on. That is a 19. Trumbo is not hitting away, not bunting. He will swing. Kershaw with the pitch. Kershaw, 3-1. Possible error. Trumbo, 3-5. That is a ground ball to second base. Murphy's error rating is a 5. And believe it or not, he's going to make another error. That is a 2. And Murphy makes another error at second. And everybody's safe. He doesn't make a good try on the transfer, and everybody's safe. Another E4 on Murphy, and that is the third error on him, and that is the 5th error on the National League. And still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Mookie Betts due to bat next, but he will come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit and take over in right field for the American League will be from the New York Yankees, Carlos Beltran. 295 average, 29 homers, 93 RBIs. I don't know what you do with Carlos Beltran. He has Hall of Fame numbers, but because of the Astros problem, he's probably not going to get in. Maybe he will, but it's going to take some time before he gets the votes, I think. But he's got Hall of Fame metrics. And the question is, if he does go in the Hall of Fame, does he go in as a Royal or does he go in as a Met? He had better stats with the Mets, but the Mets mistreated him pretty well with the management issue. I don't know what they're going to do with Carlos Beltran. I have no idea. Runners at first and second here. Bottom of the 8th, 4-3. American League threatening. Nobody out. A single and another error. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Kershaw will go ahead and pitch. Kershaw, 5-4. Against the switch right. That's a blank. Beltran, 5-4. And Beltran smacks a double into left field. Lindor will come in to score and tie it up. Trumbo, a base runner, 1. Double to left, -1, a 0. Left fielder is Marte. He has a -2 arm. Trumbo will not be able to score. He will hold at third. Beltran on at second. We're tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Carlos Beltran comes through with a big RBI double. And now here's Matt Wieters coming in to try to kick him the lead. Wieters is 0 for 1. Infield is in. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Kershaw will pitch. Kershaw, 4-6. Wild pitch, 2. And the American League has taken the lead. Trumbo will come in to score. Beltran to third. It's 5-4 AL. Stadium cheers. Yay! Not a good outing here for Kershaw, but the error didn't help him much there. And now the runner is on third. Now 5-4 American League. Wieters will still bat. Runner on at third. Infield is in. Re-rolling a strat. Nothing on the 14. Kershaw. 5-2. Against the switch right. That's a blank. Wieters. 1-3. And it's a ground ball to second base. Beltran will not try to score. The throw goes to first for out number 1. So a grounder to second. Jackie Bradley due to bat next, but he will not. And coming on to pinch hit and now take over in left field for the American League from the Texas Rangers, Ian Desmond, 285 average, 22 homers, 86 RBIs. Beltran on at third. This will probably be Kershaw's last batter that he faces. Infield is in. Strategy. Nothing on the 16. Kershaw. 5-4. Against the righty, it's a blank. Desmond, 6-3. Ground ball to second base. Beltran will again not be able to score, and the throw goes to first for out number 2. So now 2 men away. And now we go to the top of the order here. And let's see, Cano is at second base. So let's see here. I think he bats, right? 2. Let me see here. 1, 3, 2, 4. Yeah, Cano will bat. Robinson Cano will bat for the 3rd time. Cano is 1 for 2. 2 men down. Beltran on at 3rd. Kershaw, they say, you know what? Get us out of this inning. It's not your fault. 2 outs. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Kershaw will pitch. Kershaw, 3-4. Strikeout 13. That's going to miss. Cano, 6-3. And it's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Diaz. And he'll throw to first to get the out and retire the side. Two runs on 2 hits, 1 wild pitch, 1 error, and the American League has a 5-4 lead after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic as MV joins us here at Petco Park? Top of the 9th inning. New pitcher coming in for the American League. And let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to empty the bullpen as best as they can. First pitcher up for the American League will be from the Baltimore Orioles, Brad Brock. 10 wins, 4 losses, 2 saves, a 2.05 ERA. Leading off for the National League will be Aledmys Diaz. It's the 2nd time up. He is 0 for 1. Top of the 9th, 5-4. Brock will pitch. Brock, 6-2. Strikeout plus. He got Diaz. Struck him out. Diaz is out. Another pitcher coming in for the American League. Coming on now to pitch will be Andrew Miller. 10 wins, a loss, 12 saves, a 1.45 ERA. Remember, I don't use the 3 batter rule in this case. Let's see if we're going to have another batter coming in for Murphy. And the answer is no, he will bat. Daniel Murphy will bat for the 3rd time. He got a home run his last time up. 1 man down. Andrew Miller will pitch to Murphy. Miller, 2-1. Range play at the park. Petco Park, 6-6. That's a ground ball to short. And that ball is hit to Lindor. His range is a 5. That is a 3. Lindor's got it, and he'll throw to first for out number 2. 2 away. And now the American League trying to get it all done. And now coming in to pitch for the American League from the Baltimore Orioles will be Zach Britton. 2 wins, 1 loss, 47 saves, a ridiculous 0.54 ERA in 2016. His Achilles heel, he threw wild pitches all over the place. Zach Britton will try to close this game out. Adam Duvall is the next batter, and he is in right field, but he will not come up to bat. Coming on to bat to try to go ahead and extend this game from the Cincinnati Reds, Jay Bruce, 250 average, 33 homers, 99 RBIs. Zach Britton trying to end the game. Jay Bruce trying to keep it going. Fans here at Petco Park have enjoyed a wacky one here. These All-Star games, they're crazy. Britton will go ahead and pitch. Britton, 6-1, strikeout 14. That will miss. Bruce, 4-5, and it's a ground ball to third. Getting over there is Donaldson. He'll take it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The American League will beat the National League tonight 5-4. Stadium cheers. Yay! Yay! Unfortunately, a number of players were not able to get on the field, but I will introduce them anyway. From the Washington Nationals, Wilson Ramos. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Corey Seager. From the New York Mets, Jeurys Familia. From the Pittsburgh Pirates, Mark Melancon. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Kenley Jansen. From the Miami Marlins, A.J. Ramos. And from the Miami Marlins, Fernando Rodney. Those players did not make it from the National League. From the American League, from the Minnesota Twins, Eduardo Nunez. From the Toronto Blue Jays, Edwin Encarnacion. From the Oakland Athletics, Stephen Vogt. From the Houston Astros, Will Harris. And from the Tampa Bay Rays, Alex Colomé. These players, unfortunately, were not able to get onto the board, but sometimes when you have a high scoring game, you can do it. But when you have a low scoring game like we just had, okay, it's not easy. The All-Star MVP. The All-Star MVP. Well, I'd want to give it to Bryce. I'd rather really give it to Bryce Harper. He was, he had a home run and 2 singles, but I want to give it to the winner, to a winning player. So that is going to go to I'm going to give the All-Star MVP I don't know. Who do you think, guys? Jackie Bradley for throwing out 2 base runners for 2 assists? Maybe Jose Altuve for going 2 for 3, a home run and a single? What do you think? Give the MVP to Murphy. We give the American League the win. Yeah, I know. But we're not going to do that. So, what do you think? I'm thinking maybe Jackie Bradley for throwing out 2 base runners. I don't know. Texag says Altuve. Okay, why not? Getting the All-Star MVP tonight will be not Salvador Perez. I don't know where he came from. Will be from the Houston Astros, Jose Altuve. He will go ahead and get the All-Star MVP. 1 home run. It was 2 for 3, a home run, a single, and an error allowed him to score. So Jose Altuve is your 2016 All-Star MVP from the American League. Final line score coming up. For the American League, 5 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the National League, 4 runs on 10 hits and 5, yes, 5 errors. I don't think I've ever had 5 errors in a game, but this is exhibition that really doesn't count. 5 errors. The winning pitcher, the American League took over the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the winning pitcher is going to be Kelvin Herrera. He's going to go ahead and get the win, and the loss is going to go to Clayton Kershaw. He's going to wind up with the loss. And a 1 out save for each of the 3 American League pitchers. But since Zach Britton was the last pitcher up there, he officially gets the save. Wow, that game was nuts. I love doing the All-Star game. You have no idea when you put these kind of players on the board all at one time. Yep, sloppy game with errors, wild pitchers, and hit batters. I know, it truly was. But a wacky one nonetheless, and a 1-run final score. Nothing wrong with it. I love doing the All-Star game. That's why I always look forward to doing it when I start the next season. What will our next All-Star game be? What year will that be from? Don't know. We still got a few months to find out. Still got to find out. Don't forget, our next game there'll be no game tomorrow night. We will return on Saturday to start the second half of the 2016 season. It will be the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. Doug Fister will go for the Astros, and James Paxton will go for the Mariners at Safeco Field. It starts off the second half of the 2016 replay. We're in middle July. August is coming, and the pennant race. What will happen? There's some good pennant races going on right now, and a couple of ones have some pretty good leads. Who knows what will happen? We'll have to wait to find out as we move forward in the season. Steeler fan, Doug Hunt, Dwayne Martz, Vita Productions, and Be There, Be Square, by the way. MV, Texag 75, Beatles Eternally, Craig Scarborough, Clee Baseball Fan, Thomas Bartlett, Jim Doyle, Big Clue, David Vega, John Haverly, Philip Reynolds, Woodman 564, Tracy Meehan, Joel Turney, Legend Sports Universe, Jeremy Brooks. I think I got everyone, I hope. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out on the X-ray machines. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. And once again, I apologize for the voice. I've been sick the whole day, but I still wanted to get this game in. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys Saturday night. The American League comes away with the victory in the 2016 All-Star Game, 5-4. We'll see you guys Saturday night. Have a good one.